Hey FABC youth, we've done a lot of study on the book of Proverbs this month. And so I have a question for you. Do you have knowledge or do you have wisdom? And today we're going to play a game. The game will go as this. I will give you a category and you are to name as many items as you can in 15 seconds. Then we'll repeat by going to the next category. Okay? Are you ready? You gotta have your thinking caps on. And here we go. The first category is colors. All right? So our category is colors. All right, and 3, 2, 1, and go. Did you name all the colors? Great, good job. Remember that number because you're gonna need it for later, okay? All right, so now we'll go to our next category, which is foods. How many foods can you name? Ready, and go. Did you write down all your foods? Okay, you got your number, you remember your colors number, you remember your food number. Now let's move on to the next category, which is animals. How many animals can you name? Ready, and go. Good job. So we've named colors, we've named foods, we've named animals. Now let's go to the next category, which are cities. How many cities can you name? All right, ready, and go. Good job. So we've done colors, we've done food, we've done animals, we've done cities, and now we're gonna go to our last category, which are the states. How many states can you name? Ready, and go. Good job. So now we've gone over all of the categories. We talked about colors, we talked about food, we talked about animals, we talked about cities, we talked about states. So how did you do? How many of each did you name? I want to know the numbers. Let me know the numbers. So my question to you is, did we use knowledge or wisdom in this game? You see, we use both. You see, your teachers, they taught you your colors, your cities, your states, but when it was time for someone to ask you the question, you pull that information that you learned from your teachers and you apply that knowledge, which gives you your wisdom. You see, in the first Sunday school lesson, we learned this word called prudence. Prudence is preparing for the future. So while we learn from our teachers, from our parents, we learn the knowledge from them, and then later we apply the knowledge. One of the great examples that we did earlier this month, we talked about, what do you do when you cross the street? And one of our youth said, you look both ways. And I said, why do you look both ways? And the student said, so you won't get hit by a car. So that is the application of the knowledge. And the things that we learn while we study the Bible is not just for that moment. Yes, it may be to provide for encouragement. It may be to help you through a difficult situation, but it's also to help you in the future. So when you're faced with the situation, you will know how to respond because you have the knowledge. Remember, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And every day you read your Bible, you are gaining that knowledge so you can apply the wisdom of God. I encourage you during this time while you're at home to study your Bible and take time to ask questions. If you need to, pray so you can continue to grow in your relationship with God. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.